So my day had started like any other. Well, let me restate that. My day hadn't started like any other. It was 110 degrees outside. There was a beautiful blue ocean outside my window, and I was in Puerto Rico. This past summer, I went to the Caribbean, first time out of the country, out of the States, really. It was amazing. Like any other tourist, me and my mom wanted to go hiking. We wanted to explore the natural rainforest. We wanted to go kayaking. There was just so much to do with so little time. So my day started, we got ready, went downstairs to the bottom of the hotel, got on a shuttle, went across the island. It was just, the whole trip was amazing. The tour guide was pointing out stuff on the way there. So we shuttle across the island, and we arrive at this huge mountain. So we get on the mountain, and we're driving up this mountain. And, if you've ever been on a mountain in a bus, it's pretty scary. People are flying around the corners. There's, chickens on the side of the road. There's, little shops, and people are selling just, collectibles. It was so cool to see different cultures. So we get to the top of this mountain, and we arrive at the top of this rainforest. So you see all these beautiful natural untouched plants and these tiny little lizards running around. So we hiked for about an hour. We're just following this creek that was following down the mountain. So for an hour we're hiking, and about an hour in we arrive at this beautiful waterfall. We arrived there and there's 20, 30 people swimming. So everybody else, we jumped in. We jumped off rocks. We were taking pictures. We were taking selfies. People were like, "Oh my God, you guys are from Cincinnati. That's so cool." It was just really cool to experience other people there and just everything. Everything was so unreal to me. So we swam. We got out about half an hour later and we started our hike again. We hiked for about another hour. Just kept taking pictures. Spending time with my mom was great. So after hiking, we finished our hike and we got back on the shuttle. So we got back on the shuttle and we went across to the opposite side of the island again, and we got back. This was the part of the day when we wanted to go kayaking. So this was unlike any other kayaking experience I've had, because we were going kayaking in a bioluminescent bay. And if you don't know what that is, it's this type of algae that lights up, and it's only rare in certain countries. So we arrived, and to get to it, you had to go through this marina and then go through this mangrove. It was a kind of little canal. So we're kayaking through these huge, $1 million boats. They're just huge, enormous boats. And then we arrive at the mangrove. And it was almost crazy how the water temperature changed from the ocean to this mangrove. It was like bath water. It was amazing. I could swim in it. So we were kayaking for about 2 miles. About 2 miles in, it just opens up to this huge lake, and there's trees around it, and they warned us that there was going to be live shrimp and live iguana just swimming around us. So people are screaming, shrimps flying everywhere, iguanas are swimming everywhere, and everybody's shaking their hands through the water, seeing all the algae light up. It was just crazy. So after about an hour, everybody just spreads out. We're off, watching all the shrimp and the iguana. And all of a sudden, me and my mom's kayak starts shaking. It's, going everywhere. And if you've never been on a kayak, they're super small boats. So we're freaking out. And so my mom starts screaming. And the nearest instructor near us didn't speak a lot of English. So she's like, "Oh, my God, what's in this water? Is it a manatee? Is there a shark? I don't know what's in this water." And he didn't speak a lot of English, so he had no clue what she was saying. So we just freaked out, and to this day we don't know what shook our boat. We go back and we get back in the group. We're just, don't leave the group, stay with the group, stay with the pack. It was really fun. So we left, and I went home. But after that experience, I just thought everything was just so crazy. That's amazing. I want to travel more. But then a couple months later, the hurricane came, and a lot of you know that hurricane hit Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico is not a very large island, and a lot of the natural and beautiful things that were untouched got destroyed. So I wanted to go out of my way to help some of the victims that were affected by the hurricane. So I went to Matthew 25 Ministry, and I started packaging some supplies for the victims. And I thought after doing that, it made me feel like I need to really appreciate and take up the opportunities that we get when we get to go see these beautiful countries and go see these beautiful things that are so untouched. And I think it just really made me feel like going out of my way to help others is something that I'd really want to do.